summertime and the living is easy. Although it's probably not easy if you're playing The Binding of Isaac. Probably that much more difficult if I'm feeling like we want to do a challenge run. Probably still not ready for head trauma. But, go down the list, see what the tank is all about. I have a feeling I know what it's about. And all of my suspicions are pretty much answered. CXCR YP24. So yes, look, this is pretty much exactly what you'd expect. We are Maggie, who already has the slowest speed, but we get Mask of Infamy, which is nice, because we'll be able to, I guess, literally tank shots occasionally. And then Thunder Thighs, so we can break rocks, and Lard, which will give us ends up giving us a whole lot of health, but not a lot in the way of speed. Heck, I bet our speed is like capped to say, oh, do you want a speed upgrade? Well, too bad. You don't get it. At least we can do stuff like that and just kind of roll over cover, which is nice. And if there are any tinted rocks or anything, not exactly the mushrooms. I don't think we want those, but we can at least, I don't know, run away from these monster shots, just barely. Thankfully, Infamy popped. Probably my least favorite thing is that our damage isn't great. We are fighting two tiny monstros, which means they probably have less health. But it is kind of unpredictable when they get into a pattern. Thankfully, they seem to be liking to mirror each other, which is good for us. It's a little more predictable. But we are barely able to get out of his chasing jump, which is kind of, like, silly at that point. It's almost over. One of you should be healing. There you go. Still took damage. This is the first floor, so it doesn't really matter. One monster down. Tears upgrade. Just increases their fire rate, but also gets us some possibly needed spirit hearts. I mean, this is going to be a thing where the deal with the devil is probably one of the most important things for us. I wouldn't think there'd be an item room, 'cause that's how most of the challenges work. But might as well go and look to see if that's the case. If not, then, you know, we're only going to Mom. I'm not trying to go for any boss rush things, so taking our time is almost a guarantee right now, so to speak. So, and if we don't have anything to use our keys on for treasure rooms, the brain is working at about the same capacity as the speed upgrades we have. I'll just walk right up. Here's a speed upgrade. Does it actually affect us? I don't feel it. I think it's hard capped, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take it off and see if... I don't know. It makes me feel better. I think there might be a slight upgrade. Suppose that, you know, we just don't exactly feel it because our speed is so low. But if this is the answer that we wanted, then yeah, take it. What also might be nice is like a sacrifice room, maybe? I mean, we don't really... I don't think we'll... You can use those self-sacrifice rooms to jump yourself down into the dark room immediately, but I don't think we really want to do that. I'm just kind of curious. Maybe get those... There's a chance you can get, like, deal with the angel things, or an almost guaranteed chance for a deal with the devil. Things like that in a self-sacrifice room. So maybe if that shows up, it might be worth it to take it, considering all the red hearts we have. But right now, moving on. Moving up. Really down, technically. Into the pit of the burning basement. Still fighting gluttony. And just walking in shots because I'm just not that smart, I guess. But thankfully, our DPS is like pretty good for the starting thing. Don't get that HP upgrade I was kind of hoping for, but more hearts might be good. We don't have enough. We did not get enough money to spawn an arcade, but there could just be a blood bank running around, so that could mean an item due to all the coins that we get. You know, there are things we can be trying to get happening. We may not have item rooms, but we can have a lot of other stuff as well. Right now, I'm just trying to dodge as well as we can. I mean, these guys are straight shooters, but with the kind of wind-up time that we have to get, it would be better for us to just make sure that we can get out of the way. Good. More big rooms. I know I knew what I was walking into, and it's not like there's any other way, but just... Alright. Big rooms right at the start of the game, usually the most annoying. Also kind of annoying is that there's been no real tinted rocks at all. Which, you know, just buys into the paradox of when you have bombs or a way to crush rocks without any effort, there are no tinted rocks. And when you have no bombs, then there are just tinted rocks everywhere. As if to say, you can't get this. I'm gonna MC Hammer up in here and you can't touch this. It's too bad. I should have, instead of taking the time to make a really beleaguered reference, should have been trying to stop these fires from happening and these hoppers from getting immolated. But it really wasn't actually that bad. So far, we've only taken our damage. Really should hesitate to say it, but we've really only taken our damage from Gluttony. Super fine. I think it was Super Fine, I believe, is like a game studio. Is it Super Giant? Oh, the Super Massive Black Hole? That's the house theme song. Larry Jr. It's not a band name. It might be, now that I've said it. Be an okay band name. I mean, there's Junior Jr., which used to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jr., and they changed their name half because they didn't want to get him get yelled at by him, and also because, well, there's no Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jr., that would be Dale Earnhardt III. I don't know. They wanted to be serious, but I'm pretty sure he's a fan of them, if I remember that correctly. So both of these are active items, which is kind of a pain in more ways than one. Which makes me kind of annoyed about it. But if I had to choose, the nail would probably be better. Just because we get spirit hearts rather than red hearts. Technically we would get the ability to break rocks, but that, you know, already got it. There are 2 key places, which means one of these is a library. It's not this one. And I don't really want to buy a 5-cent spirit heart, because I think I kind of want to get that arcade for next floor. And now I kind of, I want to go in here, because it's going to be a library, see what's in there. But now I'm going to feel a little dumb, because if it's something good like Book of Revelations, which it is, I just spent 2 spirit hearts on kind of nothing. I will still take the nail, though. Kind of out of spite. Book of Secrets did not actually show us the secret room. Did I use you? I did. Thought that was supposed to show us where the secret rooms were. That's the whole Book of Secrets thing. But it did not. And now we are the fool. So I guess we'll continue on. The coat hanger is nothing to shirk at. Just makes our tiers even faster. Or tier delay even lower. I think that's how the stat really works technically. Which is fine. It's not exactly a real damage upgrade that I'm always asking for, but it kind of is in the DPS thing. We are no longer a tank, we're kind of like a flat cannon. Speed down? Pheromones. I guess that's fine too. Not that I was really hoping for a speed down, but I thought, why not? Just add to the absurdity. And if we do this right, we can do this right. Lust is going to be a bit of a problem because she is rushdown kind of character. Sort of a Jam and Guilty Gear. And now that I've destroyed part of the cover that kept us separated, this is going to get very close. You know what would be good? Probably like Sacrificial Dagger or Cube of Meat. Do we have Sacrificial Dagger unlocked? Spoilers. Power Pill would have been good, I suppose. Bombs are key does absolutely nothing. In the very grand scheme of things, the set tells us there are bombs or key pills in our rotation. Which doesn't, I don't know, we may never see one again, so I may never pass this way again. Kind of hoping so because, you know, our walk is long and arduous. These guys are a bit annoying just because you have to get sort of close to them. And they've got a lot more health than their other brothers. Although it may just be the fact that we're fighting so many of them that one pops up and I go, oh, I think you're the one I was fighting before. And get confused pretty easily. We can already break rocks, so there's no reason. I don't think there's a damage upgrade that gets associated with using the nail. Could be wrong. In which case, everything that's right is wrong again. Just like in the long trailer. Or we could just get Spider Mod instead of trying to sing They Might Be Giants song. I can just sing They Might Be Giants. It wasn't really singing though. It was that spoken word thing. That guy half saved me. Like, aha, you didn't get hit by the creep because I pushed you with my fart. And then I ran into you and took contact damage. So, you know, fair is fair. Curse Skull, do not want. In fact, I believe 50 Cent is looking for that. No, wait, that's Crystal Skull. The Blood on the Sand, which I've heard is actually surprisingly a great game just because of its absurdity. Little Chad is not a problem just because he's like a little chub reed skin, but the longer the fight goes on, the smaller he gets and faster, which could end up being a problem. And by could, as you saw that I took damage, kind of is. If we can just finish him off. Also get little Chad as a reward. Which I'm okay with, I guess. I'd said I didn't want you, Curse Skull. This is my ley line. This is my cheating option. If the goat hoof is actually doing anything, which it feels like it is. It's time for me to put my money where my mouth is. Which isn't a good idea because money's disgusting in a way. Not in an anti-consumerism kind of deal. I like money, especially in the way that it helps me to pay off my horrible student loan. But like, really? I think where your money's been, like, it's kind of disgusting in that way. Past that, gotta fight this dude, who is apparently a really adept dodger. Thank you, Infamy, twice. We get some tears up, which is even better, and our U Wizard, which is nothing to write home about. We also broke that, and I feel like an idiot. Just one last room with a tinted rock that I don't exactly... Well, I want to pop it. On the off chance it's like small rock. It is not. And now it's time to bore everyone that was even potentially thinking of enjoying this by doing some horrible min-maxing. Some very, very slowly paced min-maxing. Because I need to get... I do want to use this nail charge. And I would like to get that spirit heart. I'm feeling pretty blessed though. Hashtag blessed. With money. Almost enough money to get into the shop. And make something, or get that spider mod. Unfortunately, in challenge mode, you don't get your your donation machine. I don't exactly remember why. I feel like it was some reason that I can't remember. I suppose we couldn't get into our... I'm pretty sure the requisite was at least 3 hearts. Wasn't that? Or is it just full red health? In which case, I don't know. But yeah, it's not there. Probably just for the sake of no weird... I don't think there's a money equals power. There is a pay-to-play one. As soon as we get the bombs, I'm going to stop, though. Probably should have saved that. Yeah, because then it'll just be... The next one will be the fight. Lemon party. It wasn't worth it. Really, the entire thing probably wasn't that worth it. And now we're just kind of suffering. Which is not this game. It's Binding of Isaac. Suffering's like that one game where you're in a prison. No, not Prison Break, the game. Yes, that exists. I don't know why. Money, I guess. And Peter Stormare wanted to be in more than just Until Dawn. And yeah, I know that Until Dawn was technically way after that, but let's be honest. That man sees time differently than us. We are on to our next... It doesn't really look like our shots get bigger, do they? Maybe we even have to... No, they do get bigger. Well, I've learned something today. The nail's actually useful in a damage standpoint. I don't know where I was going with this. Peter Stormare, Abruzzi. I didn't actually watch Prison Break. I've heard it's a good show until they break out of prison and then the show continues. Also, spoilers on a very old series, to the point where other series like the CW DC shows can make references to it. It's not even the same company. It's Fox. It's like Fox and CW. I'm pretty sure they don't run with each other. Could be wrong. I don't know. Where does WB fall into that? Pretty sure WB is its own thing. Well, Chad, thank you. You're a pretty cool dude. I'm glad that I have you. It's usually just when we have friggin' Blue Baby, the game just goes, did you want little Chad? You know, the guy that can't pick up red hearts at all? You want little Chad. At that point, we just had to take him on as a mascot. And he's just so bright and cheery that you can't help but love him. We could run over these mushrooms with our thunder thighs, but that would be a problem because they might explode. Like, we could get pills out of them, and that Tears upgrade pill is pretty nice. But I don't know if it's worth taking a whole lot of damage. This room, I'm going to be honest, it has the potential to suck. One of those mushrooms did explode, which caused that poison damage. This guy should not be a problem. Oh, mystery sack. Grant me something special. The fool's okay. Yara is... We're not going to the chest, but shoot. Yara has its advantages. If we find something good. We can get like a spirit heart. Yara that. Or a whole lot of money. And Yara that. Or a whole lot of shaking going on and get double our shake. I'm getting a lot of mileage out of that dumb joke. I'm playing a lot of Fallout again. I probably should have popped the nail there, even if we wanted to get the damage upgrade. We need the charges for the spirit heart more than anything, I feel. Not just to stay in the deal with the devil kind of thing, but also just because it's pretty important. Dang you, Marowak men. We could use the spirit heart to get into our curse room. But unlike a blood bank where you use it and it doesn't affect your devil success, that does, because it still counts as kind of like normal universal damage. So let's just get into here. Speaking of red heart damage, ooh, we can kind of maybe... No, we're not fast enough to get that. That is kind of a shame. So instead, I'll just hit on this judgment to get a speed and shot upgrade. I kind of feel faster. All right. This could go well. This could be. Is that what the song is called on... this answers one question. Not my... Is that what the song is called from OK Go's probably latest album, Hungry Ghosts? Which is, quite honestly, one of my favorites. Not just OK Go albums, but also just recent albums in general. I was going to say, should we spend our money on the shop, or should we spend it on this beggar who may give us something good like the map, or maybe just another HP upgrade? Maybe nothing. I mean, we haven't seen that tarot card yet. HP upgrade is actually, just fine. It is the thing that I would accept. But I guess I have because, picked it up. What would I want to Yera? And is there anything that's like so useful to me that I need to use the Yera as soon as possible? Not really. You got a Fool card, which doesn't really help us. And then the Tower card, which is not great either. Are you Wizard? Definitely don't want to double that. I definitely don't want to get hit by you guys who are definitely rushdown characters. Hello. Question card, double active, which I think will just... No, it just does it once. Or it only gives us one Spirit Art. It might have done it twice, but I'm sure it's the same thing if we had Car Battery and done it twice. So now we have that ready, which is good. Curse of the Darkness, man. Not a fan of it. Not only does it kind of hurt the encoding, but it's also just like... It's dark, It does remind me that looking for Fallout 4 mods, and one of them is like a more advanced darkness for night. You're like, yeah, okay, that could be fun, sort of. I remember having something like that for New Vegas, and it was great, and also just kind of terrifying because true to night standards and the promise of somewhat realism is like, I can't see 2 feet in front of my face. This is great. Speaking of things we can't see, is this a champion Gertie that maybe doesn't shoot, but probably has a little more HP? Because she seems like a different shade. It seems like behind her are some of those, some of these little nubs. And they're doing most of the shooting. Kind of annoying because we can't really hit them because they're in the way and take some damage, but I think it's fine. Now this fight is like... I mean, Gertie's not too hard of a boss to begin with. She's kind of like in your first couple of runs where you're like, I'm not used to all the boss patterns. It is, but got a pretty definable thing, but I think that is probably like an easier champion. Sorry to insult you, Gary. I think you've been toasted. Pearl is fine. Krampus is not great. Taking damage after we just got that black heart is also not that fantastic. Probably should have waited for this fight to be over before I started getting all the stuff done. What I really love is not Krampus' head. So we can fully expect to get Krampus' head. Even when I'm wrong, I feel like I'm, have I truly won something? Death Guard's okay. Nothing to trade Yera over. Do we really want to, like... Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We're in this. We're in the long haul. It's only caves 2, and we're only going to Mom. But I'm thinking that speedball we got did actually give us a range upgrade, or a speed upgrade, which is very useful. If we can get Blood Bag from this, we could get another speed upgrade and kind of negate the entire challenge, which could be incredulous to some people, but I don't know. I find that kind of exciting in a way, you know? Cheat the man, fight the power, break the system, etc., etc. And I don't really know. There's one heart over here. Is that the one? No, the chest is across the gap. This is one we can reach. And I'm fine with being on 3 spirit hearts and half a red heart because we've got little Chad to slowly pick us back up. But I figure, why not just because it's kind of funny? Yera this, basically not have to worry about any sort of money troubles for the rest of the time. We might get super greed still, I guess, but sort of things are just bound to happen. What was that? That was also a tower card. So 2 tower cards. Let me tell you. I don't care. Now we do have a lump of coal, which is a slight damage upgrade in the way that we can use it into our advantage. We haven't got anything like battery-wise to make our nail that much more useful. But I don't think it really matters. We're on Necropolis, which sucks. Because that just means it's a little harder. But little Chad already coming in with the clutch. This room is not going to be fun, but I suppose that's what we should use our range advantage for. These guys kind of shield our shots. You are also not that great. But maybe it's so bold, we should have the Callus. For a tank, we should be able to just tread over the freaking spikes. But I don't know. I'm sandbagging on a run that's already pretty fantastic. Or maybe at least Thunder Thighs should have that ability. Now that we're in this place, I'm not as worried about, like, yeah, if we walk over it, we could spawn a host. We walk over skulls, might spawn a host. And it's like, okay, that's annoying, because they're a pain to deal with. But sometimes, if you clear the room, then you can just walk out of it. Not really have to deal with it. Otherwise, it's like, oh no, not a host. They're so not really that bad. This guy is going to be a pain, because he won't really take damage from the back. He does. It's just, there's not an easy way to get into that, which is lovely. This is supposed to be a telepill that I'm not exactly happy with. But we do have our nail biting ability. That's a lie, kind of, on my part, because I don't understand the people who... I can understand, like, trimming your nails without a nail thing. Nail cutter. That makes sense to me, sort of. But to, like, bite them with, like, that ferocity? Something about that kind of, like, okay. Super not great. Oh, this has potential. Except for the fact that we are now maxed out with our spirit hearts. So in that case, it really doesn't have that much potential now, does it? So don't I feel silly. Might as well hold on to this until we get hit, but also not really try to get hit. It's not like, well, might as well take some damage so I have use for it. This is our buffer period to say, woohoo, we did it, game. Now we are the tank and no longer the fool. I mean, we had the chance to be the fool. I was almost the fool for not picking this up. Well, Chad, do you drop sacks now, maybe? That could be interesting, in a way. Just able to get by that. I should be on the lookout for some tinted rocks. Not for the spirit hearts, but also just to train my brain You know, they're very easy to see in the start of the game. And then once things start to get a little more complicated, it's just like, all right, have fun. You see that tiny X? No? Well, you missed it anyways. It's fine. Now I guess I'm just kind of looking for tarot cards. Good tarot cards could change everything. Not that there's much to be changed, but whatever. We'd have something. This run is going really well, so I guess I can't complain. But I will, because otherwise I won't have anything to talk about. What will I talk about? Been reading some really good stuff. A thing called Sengoku Yoko, I believe, which is like feudal Japan, and humans and spirits are kind of living together, but there are also factions that fight each other. And the thing that makes it really neat is that all, like, there's so many characters, but a lot of them go through, like, changes. It's, you know, it hits the right things of, like, here are interesting characters. Here is some time, like, between different arcs so that these characters can grow in a way that's meaningful. And it's like, here's a villain that later will turn out to be, like, some sort, not exactly an ally, but will show up in a way that's not like, well, if we just kind of killed you off, you'd be a lot less interesting. But now you're here, and there's a little more than just, I'm a villain. It's kind of the main bad guys, but that's a little too much into it. It's good. Sengoku Yoko. There's also, I don't remember the name because it's a lot of just Japanese things, but it's a adorable romance thing about a guy who enjoys one person's artwork online, and it turns out that person is their, like, classmate neighbor, and then it turns into just a sweet little slice of life. It's adorable.
2 of diamonds.
But I really don't actually care about the main character in that. Alright, bloat. You know what? I will take this damage upgrade. I don't want to deal with the bloat any more than I have to. I want to deal with the bloat so little that I will continue talking about this thing. No, the main character is a bit of an airhead. And by a bit of, I mean he's kind of just an entire idiot, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, I remember, I'm used to idiot heroes, you know. The example probably being like Goku. That's the most common thing to just go, here's a man who's an idiot, but I don't know. So much like JoJo of late. I kind of like heroes that are a little more crafty. Roid Rage. Is this? No, it's not enough. But holy crap, it is speed. We are no longer a, I don't know, Apache? No, that's a helicopter. Whatever, the Abrams tank runs fast. We're now the Abrams tank. Or to put it in probably like terms that I feel better with, we are no longer the Apocalypse tank from Red Alert 2. We are now the looking tiny IFV. We got little rockets in the sky. I was about to say, why am I so scared of these, like, I'm being punched in a hole? I can just punch my own exit. Stop that. You can't use cover. What do you think this is? Some sort of chest-high shooter like Binary Domain? That'd be great. I mean, I love the Binding of Isaac, but man, really like Binary Domain. Sega. It'd be a shame if you did that thing where you did the copyright. I'm not still there. What are you talking about? Flat penny, just for the sake of why not. And then also cracked eye, for the sake of shoot. It's kind of funny at this rate. Although I should have kept my goat hoof now that I think about it. We're still doing fine for that. Wiggle Worm is just kind of funnier. This is bad in a lot of ways. Bad trip is also not great. I don't know what error does. Or if there was an effect, I forgot about it. I just wanted a flat penny just for the more keys, but now we're on the mom fight and really have no reason for it that I consider. So I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just biding my time, wasting my life like the hippos. I don't know. It's a bit sad that that's one of the more prolific songs because I like it, but in the hipsterish notion, once you start listening to the other songs, you're like, there's some other really good songs in here that's like, they should have gotten popular as well. Wait, the moon card takes us to the secret room. Much better than bombs or key. Even though I have no clue where I am. It's probably just a little better. And now the moon, we can just teleport out of here for no good reason. Or we can just kind of go where we are. Might be closer to the boss room. We can just skip over this. Ow, I'm sorry. And I think that if we go into the next room, these will be replaced with spikes. Come on, host. Are we really going to do this? Come on. Alright. Bunch of hearts that we don't need. Host. Not even going to give you a real response. Yes. I don't think I've ever gotten that hand that it comes back up, which I guess is good. I believe this is Diplopia. I don't know. Now we got two of everything, but does the snail have a different charge? I suppose we already had a full charge on that other one. It's more options, even though we're at the end of our run. Would that be like double more options? Is even more options? No, I don't think it stacks like that. We've done an entire roundabout, and not even one JoJo ending to be had. You have some reason to be using these things, though, which is nice. In fact, we've gone the entire wrong way. Please don't tell me that you had to go through this big room. It's like, even when I win, he still wins. He being, I don't know, Ed McMillan. You guys did a juke and jive kind of thing. I couldn't see where you were. Nope, this isn't even the right way. I'm gonna fight Super Pride instead. Which is fine. Don't you do like a, yeah, X but also shot out. Doesn't matter. We got two clubs. Which does stuff. You know? More bombs for us. Don't really need that. So we'll have a charge, but I don't really want to go back for it. Guess that was the way. So technically we were going the correct direction. I just don't know how to navigate a map. Which should be obvious by the rate we've gone. Oh, it must have been some other room that you like break those, and when you come back the spikes kind of appear under it. Thank you, Infamy, twice. I was taken aback because I forgot those guys do that. And I was also realizing that my feet are asleep. And in the middle of recording, and just go like, this is going to be bad. It's going to affect my play in a very mental way. Oh. And now in the middle of the mom fight, the prickling sensation is going to attack me. And my seating's changed. I mean, the mic probably sounds different. It's all great. It's fine, though. This room is nothing important. This thing is similarly not important. And our boss room is right here. We're going to face Mom and pretty much have no issue. Hopefully. This is the blue one, so minor issue. It's the blue one. The Boolean. Just means a little harder enemies. Like spiders instead of the other ones. I keep getting hit by that, but we don't make noise. That's weird, kind of. I didn't hear a pain noise. So I don't know if that's a. I know you don't make a pain noise when you have Holy Mantle, but we don't have Holy Mantle. Unless I had amnesia in the last 39 minutes. Probably less than that. And I'm a very forgetful person. I'm not going to make amends to that. Or I'm not going to try and make amends for it, I guess. Yeah, we're not. We're a silent character. Not me, exactly. In fact, some people would almost wish that we were a silent character. But that's, you know, that's another story for another day. It's not really a story, and probably just you. I don't know, if you're the one wishing that, how are you here this far? I mean, it's fine. I'm okay with it. I like you for being here. Especially since we just won this challenge. And we get the Rune of Anzus, which I don't remember what that does, but nonetheless, this has been another episode of The Binding of Isaac, and check this out. I have the stupid shameless plug page now that I can use to end the series, or not the series. Binding of Isaac's canceled. Sorry, guys. No. I'm MaelstromTier, doing this thing. If you enjoyed this Afterbirth video, then you can click the like button or the dislike button. Any sort of YouTube activity hits that algorithms just right. But if you did dislike it, maybe leave a comment, say why. Maybe tell me how I need to change my thing. Also, if you want, I've got stuff at Twitter, and I'm also trying to do a little more streaming on my Twitch channel. I have been streaming with my friend Auretix every Wednesday, playing some Terraria co-op. And once we finish Terraria, we do just get into hard mode, but probably be doing another co-op thing when we finish that. But for now, the easiest way to kind of like keep up stuff is subscribe to the channel, follow me on the Twitter thing. I mean, I guess you can follow me on Twitch, but it's, I don't know. It's easier to find me on Twitter, and then I'll say, hey guys, I guess I'm streaming at some point. But nonetheless, thank you for being here. Especially this long. The video probably should have ended about 2 minutes ago, but nonetheless, I'm MaelstromTier, and I will see you next time.